So as of exactly last week, Joji released his first song in 3 years, Pixelated Kisses. Hi, welcome to the cozy bedroom of the internet, and I hope you've been enjoying your stay in the cozy bedroom of the internet so far. I know I only have like 2 videos under this moniker and branding, but once again, here's to many more, right? Now, if you somehow don't know who Joji is this Japanese-Australian musician who was formerly known as Filthy Frank. You know, the internet's most infamous edgelord. I'm not gonna explain who Filthy Frank was. I feel like it was one of those things where you kinda had to be there to really know. But yeah, Joji, when he was still Filthy Frank, made his undeniable mark on edgelord culture, but that is behind him. As of now, Joji has 3 studio albums under his belt, being Ballads 1 in 2018, Nectar in 2020, and Smithereens in 2022. Now, what all of these albums have in common is that they're all under the record label 88 Rising. Now, if you don't know who they are, 88 Rising was a record label that was founded in 2015. The label is privately owned and not a subsidiary of any bigger record label, and the most important thing for this video is that Joji used to be a part of 88 Rising. Now, Joji releases his own music via his own record label, Palace Creek. Now, I'm not gonna try and speculate on why Joji broke off from 88 Rising, because that is not my or anybody else's place to really speculate on. All we can really do is cross our fingers and hope that we get a new Joji album out of this. But enough about the record labels and all this and that, let's get to the actual music and aesthetic of the song. First off, the first thing that everybody sees, no matter what song or album it is the cover. The cover of the single depicts a distorted image of a bunch of crossed over electrical wires, which also kind of helps build the aesthetic of the song, considering the title is Pixelated Kisses. Let's actually get into the music now. This is Joji's most experimental production on a record that he's released today. It's all very distorted and digitized, and the drums are very apparent. The kick drum kind of shoots through the mix in a very pleasant way. It almost gives kind of like breakdowny vibes. In contrast to the very in-your-face production, Joji provides some very soulful vocals. The actual song structure itself isn't very complicated. It's only a chorus and a post-chorus. I think this video is actually longer than the song itself. People have been speculating that the song is about a long-distance online relationship, and personally, I agree. I think, personally also, if we analyze the pre-chorus, that this is also about an online relationship that is in decay. Overall, this song is incredibly interesting, and I can't wait to see what Joji does with it. All we can really do right now is just cross our fingers and hope for a new Joji album. If this is the theme that the album is going to take sonically and lyrically, I honestly really want to hear more of this. This is, I think, a very well-needed subversion from all of the stuff that Joji has done before. Of course, it keeps similar elements to his previous work, but it also brings something fresh and new to the table. We're only a couple months from the end of 2025, so I think maybe we can expect this album maybe 2026, or like the very last month of 2025. Once again, crossing my fingers and praying for an album. Also, I know that Party of Two just released their new album recently, so if you want me to review it and talk about it, let me know. I would also like to note that JPEGMAFIA has released a deluxe edition to Scaring the Hoes, so if you also want to hear me talk about that, let me know. I will say that the single that he dropped before the album's release, it was called Manic. I think that is a really good song, actually, and I find myself listening to it more than I would listen to a Peggy song. I don't know, I feel like I haven't really gotten into JPEGMAFIA, and honestly, I think I need to start exploring his discography more. Anyways, that's it. If you want to hear me keep talking about my music takes, please subscribe. I hope you enjoyed your stay and detox from the rest of the very loud and chaotic internet, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.